Archimedes would like to know your location. This panel proposes a cartoonish way to fly into space. By puffing one's chest with air and then getting down a deep sea bed, buoyancy will supposedly give us enough momentum to get out of water and reach space. And it doesn't work, because of several physics issues. First of all, a 10,000 kilometers deep sea is unheard of and is far beyond Earth's radius. The Mariana Trench has an approximate 11 kilometers depth, but let's assume for the sake of this that we had a 10,000 kilometers deep seabed we could use for this experiment. Next, it is common knowledge that the deeper you go in water, the more pressure increases, because there is simply more water above you pushing down. Without any equipment, humans will typically experience pain in their ears, nose and eyes once they reach just 3 meters down. A 10,000 kilometers deep pool will have almost 1 million times the surface pressure. That is enough to crush tanks, transform water itself into exotic ice, and compress any gas into something closer to a solid. Fun fact, this is the blobfish and they call it the ugliest fish on Earth, although it's not really ugly, because it lives 2 kilometers deep in sea where the pressure shapes its tissues. So for the sake of this thought experiment, we are going to assume you are wearing some super suit capable of withstanding these colossal pressures and carrying with you unburstable large oxygen balloons. Or let's ignore the fact that water will be a solid in such depths. Even then, launching yourself into space is quite impossible. For a volume of air underwater, buoyancy is much greater than gravity, and that's why an intact air ball will always rise to the surface. At 10,000 kilometers depth is really irrelevant. Countered by water resistance, terminal velocity will be reached very fast, although if I'm being honest, the pressure down there won't allow you to get out. After ignoring half the laws of physics, your terminal velocity won't exceed 10 kilometers per hour, and it would take you more than a month to get out of water. Even though we broke many laws of physics, this isn't really all impressive, but hey, it was fun.